In this week's video, I want to talk about having a beginner mindset and how this is so important when it comes to starting a successful coaching business. And this is something that came up for a lot of my clients in the last week. It's something that comes up a lot, but a lot of my clients were feeling very insecure about content that they were creating to put out there in the world. So specifically videos, okay? And I know that journey because I was not at all comfortable when I first started doing videos. In fact, they scared the crap out of me, and I would rather do like anything else than do a video. And now I really enjoy them. They're not a big deal, but that is not where I started. And so when a lot of people are getting started in their business, they're having to do a lot of new things. And they get stuck in perfectionism. They get stuck in analysis paralysis, being afraid of doing it wrong, comparing themselves to everyone else out there and being like, oh, my stuff isn't as good as, so-and-so's stuff. And this creates a lot of fear, a lot of doubt, being afraid of what people think, and just keeps people stuck from moving forward. And so I want you to think about when you're starting a business, how many new things you're having to learn. Most people have never run a business before, so they have to learn everything that goes along with being a business owner. You're probably new to coaching or relatively new to coaching. That may be something new for you. And so that's a whole new skill set that you're needing to learn. You're having to learn how to market, how to show up in the world, how to do pricing and take payments and use an online calendar. And there's so many different things that you're really having to learn as a new entrepreneur, as a new coach. And so I want you to start adopting a beginner mindset and not expecting yourself to do everything perfectly right away. And what ends up happening is a lot of us are like, I have to do it perfect or I can't do it at all. And that's insanity, right? Like if you're new to something, first of all, perfection does not exist. So shooting for perfection is shooting yourself in the foot, really, because you will never make that happen. But when you're always telling yourself it's not good enough, it should be better, I should be as good as people who've been doing it for years and years and years, like that's insane, right? The only way that we get good at things is by doing them and by practicing them. So you have to be okay with being a beginner and having your stuff not be amazing or not doing everything amazing in the beginning, because that is where everyone starts. And the people who are not willing to start in a place where they are not amazing at everything, are the people who just never do anything. They just give up because they're like, I'm not good enough, I'm just gonna give up. Instead of giving themselves the chance to practice and get better at it, okay? So some things I want you to think about when you are adopting a beginner mindset in your business so you can shift these thoughts that are keeping you stuck and torturing you and telling you you're not good enough, you should be doing it better, or you should just not do it at all. That will not serve you, okay? So number one, it is okay to make mistakes. We all make mistakes. It is okay. The world is not going to end if you do not do something perfectly or you make a mistake, right? So when you put this pressure on yourself that I have to do it perfectly, I cannot make any mistakes, it's the end of the world if I make a mistake, like that's insane. What would you tell your kids or a friend? Would you say you can never make any mistakes in your life? No. You'd say it's okay. You're human. Like mistakes are part of the process. That's how we learn. That's how we grow, right? So it is okay to make mistakes. Tell yourself that. It is okay to feel uncomfortable. The price for growth, the price for accomplishing your goals is always feeling uncomfortable, feeling discomfort, okay? And so you have to get okay with feeling uncomfortable because you are doing new things. You're doing things that maybe put you out of your comfort zone, okay? And that is something that is okay if you allow yourself to feel it, right? I am still always doing new things in my business, new marketing, trying to reach new goals. And it's always uncomfortable. And at this point, I've just been okay with that. I'm like, it's okay if it's uncomfortable. It's okay if I'm going to make mistakes. Like that's the only way I'm going to accomplish these things. Okay. So really start embracing the discomfort, and instead of it being bad, welcoming welcoming it because it's allowing you to become a better person and reach your goals, okay? It is also okay not to have all of the answers. So one of the things that really holds a lot of coaches back is being afraid of not having all of the answers for their clients. First of all, as a coach, your job is not to have the answers for your client, because your client is the one who has the answers for themselves. Like, you are not there to tell your clients what to do. You're there to guide them, yes, but not to have all the answers for them. And the other thing is, if a client asks you about something and you don't have an answer where it's coming, maybe something more like scientific that you would have an answer about, or like knowledge, you just say, great question. Let me look that up and get back to you. And then you let them know about it on the next session, or you send them an email and say, hey, this is what I found out. I am a doctor, okay? And if there's anything I have learned from becoming a doctor, it is that I don't care if you're a doctor, I don't care if you're a lawyer, I don't care how many years of education you have, you do not know it all. And a lot of times the more you learn, the more you realize that you don't know, okay? So it's funny now, like, because I think sometimes we put these certain people on a pedestal and we're like, they know it all, they've got it all figured out. Like, no, they don't. I can guarantee you none of your doctors know it all. None of them have it all figured out, and neither does anyone else in the world, no matter how successful they are, no matter how much money, how much education they have. They do not know it all, okay? So it's okay not to know it all. And it is okay to not know the whole path as far as what you're gonna have to go down or what you're all gonna have to do to create a successful business. A lot of times people are like, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if this happens? And they're, creating all these what ifs in their head, and it's stopping them from taking action. And instead, recognize, I am a capable person. I am a smart person. I can figure things out when they show up, when they come up. We can't sit there and plan for everything because we don't know what's going to happen until we start taking action and moving forward. So if you sit there and you're like, I need to know everything that's going to happen before I can start, you will never start, and you will just sit here and spin your wheels. But instead, if you're like, I don't need to know the whole path, I just need to start taking action, and things are going to pop up. And when they do, I will figure them out. Okay, that will allow you to move forward. And that will allow you to do amazing things and to reach your goals and to help many people. Okay, that mindset. So these are the big shifts that you can make to implement a beginner's mindset, and this will allow you to move forward and get the results you want in your business and your life, okay? So start implementing these. So if you want to dive a bit deeper into the steps to growing a business, getting consistent clients, I have a training for you, and I will link it below this video. Definitely go and check it out. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. If you want more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And I want to thank you so much for joining me in this week's video, and I will see you next time.